Good day. Hi, it's Brenda Lainoff here of www.brendalainoff.com and Facebook groups Healing Healers Health and Business and Healing Healers Pathogenics. So, welcome to this call. I'm still fairly new at the YouTube world, so if you can just forgive me if I'm just a little bit nervous here. I accidentally had pushed live like about 40 minutes ago on one that I set up earlier. I don't know why I did. And then I had to delete it and then set up a new one. So lots of deep breaths. So if you're here on the call, just please feel free to pop in and just say hi. And welcome you to the call here today. So I've been trained I'm certified as a body code and emotion code practitioner as taught by Dr. Bradley Nelson. And one of the areas that I've been trained to work in, is working with a heart wall. So you may have heard about heart walls. And if not, I'm just going to let you know about a heart wall. So I'll be working on an energetic level and testing people what they may have around their heart. We can put a wall around our heart and it can block us for many, many reasons. And one of those reasons can be even for abundance in our life, like financial abundance. And it's a big thing. We can put a wall up because we've been hurt. Maybe you were let go in a job, or your business fell apart, and so you can put a wall up like that will never happen again. And there can be a lot of heart wall emotions that are trapped within with the walls. So that's one of the areas that I certainly enjoy working with. And I'm just going to let you know that there's so many ways that we can be stuck about money. It could be, and this is a very, very common one right now, it's not safe for me to make more money, or it's selfish to make a lot of money. It's not right to be rich if other people are poor around me. Having more money will bring me more stress. Well, my family never had money, so I can't either. Or I'm not good with money and I never will be. There are so many beliefs that can keep us stuck and that are actually blocking us from moving ahead with our business and for attracting the right people in our lives that can help us with the whole abundance. So at any rate, that's what I'll be looking at today. And then I'm just going to be working with a few people. So let me just be patient with me here. And there's a few people trying to get on. And just give them this link again. Let's see if they can get on. So once again, we can have many things that can block us as to with money. It could be even, I can never get ahead with my bills, so what's the point? Some things that you have no idea what you're holding on to at a subconscious level. Now, we all know most likely at this point that the subconscious can, we can be operating on about, what did they say, about 95%, and a conscious level 5%, or say approximately. So there's so much that we're holding on to, again, that we don't even know that we're holding on to, and it can block that flow of money from coming in. So that's what I'll be looking at today. And just invite you to just message below and uh, let's just see what's going on here. So I'm just going to share this link once again and see if we can get a few people on. And that was my goof up earlier today. And see what happens here. So, so if you've ever never experienced having energy work before, I invite you to my group. I have many groups, but the major one is Facebook, Healing Healers Health and Business. And if you decide you want to be notified for upcoming live healing work, my group, my website is www.brendalyonoff.com. So at any rate, I'm going to talk about, again, some of the things that we could be holding on to that we are totally unaware that, we're holding on to. And if you could just pop in and just say, hi, I'm here, and I'll be checking in what's going on. So one of the major things is that we can have very disempowering beliefs about money. And it could be, I hate marketing. I mean, how many people have felt that way when we have, as to a business? I mean, believe me, I have. I mean, like even an example today, here I am putting myself out and, I goofed up hitting live because I was nervous. And then I had to start all over again. And then, so here we are. So that's what happens. And it could be why I just don't want to market. We can get really blocked on that. Okay, so Michelle, you are you're on. Okay, so let's just open this up, and can you type in? Maybe you can't type in. Maybe that's a problem here. Is to type in within the comments, and then I can start working with people. So I'm just going to start. Actually, Susan, I know that you've had to pop out, but I really want to give samples of how, we can be holding on to beliefs or whatever that can create a heart wall. So, okay, perfect. So, Michelle. Okay, so Michelle. Oh, there's Susan. Okay, guys, we are going to begin. Sorry for the bit of the delay here. And, it was so interesting because I had just mentioned about I don't want to market. I don't like marketing. I don't want to market. And I obviously at some level was stressed. So I earlier put, press live, and it wasn't live. And it was just like, oh, I can't believe it. Okay, Brenda, take a lot of deep breaths. We're going to go back into YouTube. I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to start a new one. And then I'm going to notify people. So it's pretty crazy. So, okay, we got a couple people here. Thank you once again, and we're going to get going. And Susan, Travis, okay. So I'm just getting a lot of energy now. I'm feeling the top of my head, and that certainly does happen when I'm doing this. When I am, information, I can feel like it's sort of building up. So Susan, if you can type in here, please, and if you were to visualize some type of a wall, say a wall around your heart. Now, you may have heard of the heart wall before, but I know when I heard this several years ago by Dr. Bradley Nelson, they would say, well, what kind of wall do you visualize around your heart, and what does it look like? And I know that he would often refer to, well, I have a brick wall. Of course, that's common to hear brick wall. But it could be, honestly, it can be really anything. That is an example of what it could be. I know for myself, many years ago, it would be a corral fence for to keep the animals in because I grew up on a farm, and I just remember these corral fences, and that was what popped up in my head. So that was my wall. So it really doesn't matter what that could be. So if you could type in, Susan, what is that wall that you visualize, that you sense, that is around you, that is blocking you to that energy of money? Because money is energy. It really is energy. And I'm just as I say that, there's so much talk about, you know, crypto. Well, crypto's energy, isn't it? So really, it really is energy, but it's hard for us sometimes to get our head wrapped around that. So if you, again, Susan, what do you think of? Like, what's coming to your mind that you could say, yes, that's what I have, a hot wall made of whatever. So um, so a middle age, maybe like a middle age wall, whatever that is. Okay, so it's for Susan. It really is a middle age wall. Okay. And then you may decide, okay, well, your middle age wall, how high is it or how deep is it? And you're saying it's like around a castle. Isn't that interesting? So there's no right or wrong. Susan's saying, well, my wall is like a middle age wall and it's like around a castle. So that's her wall. No right or wrong or good or bad. That's what it is. So, Susan, I'm going to start intuiting. And before we do that, it's really good to raise our energy and our vibration. And I do this through a process of dowsing. So just commanding here to raise our energy and our vibration for everybody on this call and everybody that's going to be watching as a replay. So raising our energy and vibration. And as dowsing is something that I do within all of my sessions every single day for many, many years now. So I'm holding on to this. I'm not making it spin. I'm holding it and allowing this to, and just visualize, I'm watching really, raising our vibration. And I find it very, very calming as well. And if you see me yawning, well, that's what I do. So that's all part of the whole thing. Okay, so that's good. So now let's get going. And we're asking Creator to give us some information here for Susan. What could be related to this middle age wall? And so I'm just checking on what's priority to look at for Susan. What could be related to that? And we're just going to go down the rabbit hole. Okay. So, Susan, what's coming up for me for you is if I have money, I need to spend it. So, if I have money, I need to spend it. And isn't it interesting? Because as soon as that came up for you, it's like, okay, that's actually one for myself as well. When I am totally honest, like, oh, great, here comes the money in. Here comes the money in. And so, well, great, now I get to spend it. So, but then you're not saving the money. So, that, or you're living paycheck to paycheck. So, when I ask about that, if I have more money, I need to spend it. I'm going to be checking in. When did this really come in for you? And was it within, I'm not getting that this actually was within this lifetime, about having this money. And so I'm just asking, well, what's going on for Susan that she's carrying this energy that's really contributing to her wall. So if I have money, I need to spend it. And it could be from, okay, so what I'm getting right now related to that It's just like, I'm unimportant. This is the message I'm hearing. It's like, well, I'm unimportant. Therefore, I need to spend the money. So what's that all about? So this is, going down the rabbit hole. And I'm checking in. Is that, and that again was preconception? Yes. I'm unimportant. So I just need some more information on that. So this is what I'm asking for right now about feeling unimportant. I just have to spend it if it comes in. So, I won't hold on to it. And we're needing to get some wisdom here. It's just like, okay, we need some wisdom on this, because this tends to be a theme for you. This is what I'm picking up on, and something that has been with you for, a long period of time, like many, many, many generations. Actually, it's just carried on, carried on, carried on. And it's like, if you, what I'm getting is that if you um, receive the money, it's just like it's just going to go out anyway. So what's the point? And that's all part of not feeling the worthy, feeling maybe unimportant, because it's just going to go out, and it's not right to make more money than I need. So those are a lot of beliefs that you could be holding on to. Now I'm asking, okay, so we've determined that it's actually all preconception, and this is the pattern that you've been holding on to a long time. But also, is there something else that we need to look into? Because I'm feeling like, okay, great, that information's been sent to us, but there's something else that we need to look at. And I'm getting more like we need to look at it's feeling unsafe. Yes. So it's like this unsafe inner child. So that's the next layer. Unsafe inner child is popping up. So why were you feeling unsafe? That's related to, all of this that's just mentioned. Now, I'm traumas coming up, and also layers of trauma, layers of trauma of being rejected, of being rejected. So you can see how we can go down layer by layer by layer by layer. And if that is resonating for you, Susan, if you can, just let us know for you. If that's any of this is what I said is um, relating to you. So it's making a lot of sense. Okay, good. And again, so many of these beliefs that we could be holding on to, we think it's just us, and typically that's not the case. I mean, if I'm resonating with this, just what came up for you, then obviously there's a piece of me that has also holding on to that. So what we're going to do is call on assistance from Creator, and we're going to ask to please clear out all of the traumas, for that inner child, previous lifetimes, and the beliefs that if you make it, then you're just going to spend. It's just like coming in, comes in, it goes out, comes in, it comes out. And so we're asking Creator to please scan through all of those lifetimes. Scan it through, scan it through, scan it through. And when you asking Creator to please heal, and calling on assistance from Creator, please heal all of those traumas. And it says scanning through, scanning through, scanning through, and to heal. So we're asking for assistance now. Ashiya shapakaya takokasaliya nanani bokokasashiya tokaye. Shitwiki pakiyata kokasaliya time. Shananaya tokopakasai shishipakayatai. Shapakayata kaka ayatakai. Shatiyata pakiyata koka asaliya taka asichiyatai. Asapayeta kokai. Shishita pakiyeta kakasai sheta. Yeta pakokasacheta kayeta. Oko isachathanaya. Silika kokoshichiata. Sokoko shananai. Just allowing these critter just knows, whoosh, this happened, and is scanning through and scanning through and scanning through. Whoosh, all of these traumas. And where you've been holding them on to, within in your chakras. And just commanding that they be released now. It's time. No more. We're done. This is done. So it is. Okay. You want to take a deep breath in, Susan, and maybe have a sip of water if you have one, and then just let us know how you're doing with that, how you're feeling, and go back to this middle age wall around a castle. That was yours. And just see and let us know if the form has changed or not. And if you could just please let us know, comment on that. That would be great. Okay, have a sip of water here, and then we're going to move on and to Michelle. And Michelle, let's have you type in as to what your wall may look like as to money, because again, money is energy. So what is your particular wall, and what does it look like? And just to give us some reference of where to go. So if you could type that in and then just let us know what that is. And so Susan just commented, she said her castle wall is crumbling from the top, definitely weakening. So that's cool. Back to Michelle. She's saying it feels a lot like cloths wrapped around a heart area. Well, interesting. You know what came up to me as soon as you said that, Michelle, is like a mummy. Just saying. It was like, this Egyptian mummy. And anyways, that's the first thing that came up for me as you just typed that in. So your wall, a good point. Okay, like a cloths wrapped around your heart area. And again, it's so interesting how everybody can have, obviously different descriptions of what that is. So that's kind of fun. Okay, so let's just see for you, Michelle, what it is and what's going on. So I'm just going to be checking in and just getting a reference. And we're going to be asking, is this, what that could be? Okay. So let me just check here as a reference point. Okay. So what I'm getting for you is people with a lot of money are cheating. I don't know if that resonates with you or not, but this is what's coming up. So people with a lot of money are cheating. Well, we're probably seeing a lot of that happening right now. The amount of in the world right now, amount of fear that's going on, amount of scamming. I mean, who hasn't got phone calls about, oh, this is the government and you owe us taxes or whatever, those crazy phone calls, and just scam. And you just wonder, gee, and so it can be like we put up this wall because I don't want to be like that. just all these cheaters are out there, and so on and so on and so on. So that can, that can definitely affect us. And knowingly, once again, those people with a lot of money, they can be cheating. And of course, that can be down, created at any time. So I'm getting a lot of energy top of my head again. So obviously, I'm getting for myself as well. So thank you. You're bringing this up, but I'm also feeling that for me. So, and it could be for anybody else here that's on this. Okay. So keep track, Michelle, of what that is. And the people with a lot of money are cheating. So now I want to check in. Well, what else is related to that? Is there anything within this lifetime that actually that it is? So typically it could be preconception or inherited, but no, I'm getting within this lifetime, and within the last 5 years actually. I'm getting within the last 2 years. So within the last 2 years, um, and let us know if that makes sense to you. But it's like there's something that happened, or is it someone? I feel like it's one person in particular within the last 2 years. One person in particular. So let us know if that makes sense to you. Um, and it's like, I don't want that. I don't resonate with that. Excuse me, my throat chakra. And it's again, whatever is happening for somebody else could be affecting us. And obviously, my throat chakra just went, and it's like, yeah, this could very well be for myself as well. So yes, okay. So at any rate, so um, let's look at that. So I'm asking, is there anything more that, yeah, there was that kind of people I was around growing up that were like that, not aware about the last 2 years. Okay. And it could be that it just surface, like it's been there, but something happens and then we get triggered. You know how that can happen is that we have felt that or been holding that energy, but then something happened, and I'm getting something happened when the last 2 years that really surfaced this. Okay. All right. So here we go. At any rate, so let's check into that and see what's going on. Okay. So again, people with a lot of money are cheating. So I'm asking, is there any more that I need to know about this? Yes. Okay. So let me just check in, Michelle, for you and see what's going on. And we're just asking for some information because sometimes, and I know you guys know this, but we need to dig deeper. And when we need to dig deeper, then that really helps clear up the energy. So yeah, so I'm getting a lot of like you of being orphaned, a lot of orphaned energy. You were orphaned. Yeah, so that happened actually several times. And um now, but when I check in further, orphaned, I don't know if it's a literal being orphaned. I'm getting no, but being orphaned as to your beliefs and thoughts are coming up. So see if that makes any sense to you. So you were, set aside, or you were left alone on your own as to your beliefs and thoughts because they just didn't resonate with your family. So okay, so now I'm asking, is there more information that we need to know about this? Like, no. Right away, it was just like, no. Okay, great. So what we're going to do is that we're going to ask for assistance. And what we want to do is we were going to be asking for Creator to scan through. And when I'm channeling light language, I'm not thinking about this. This is information is coming out. I'm like the messenger. So that's what that is. It's not pre-planned for these sounds. It's just calling on assistance like in prayer and just allowing to be a vehicle for these messages to come through right to your heart shot, your heart area. So it's and I'm the messenger. So we're asking please to scan through for Michelle all those times and places of where she was abandoned, where she for who she was, for her thoughts and beliefs, and we're asking please to. We want to dismantle all of those beliefs. We're going to break them down. So we want to break down all of those beliefs. Let's break them down. And it's like a movie. We're going to go through a slideshow, slide by slide by slide. We're going to go through, and Creator knows exactly all those situations where that happened, and it's able to identify. It's identifying right now. Creator knows. So we're just going to be asking for assistance for anybody here who's also feeling that they were abandoned and set aside, set apart from their family. And we're asking please to, we want to heal that. We just want to send a lot of light and love and forgiveness to all those times and places and for everyone that was involved, and calling on assistance now. It's like a very, very soft energy. Apakieta pakieta pakasalia. Oshikitiya tatataya boka. Ashishi pakayetaka. Asikayeta pakayeta koko. Shishipia ataya sokoya. It's not a horror show. We have to clear this. It's very, very soft, loving energy sent to everyone involved. Apakisi shana yabokoya. Asakokoya pa. Ashishana naya. Apokokasatli dokoya. Asihia tepokoya. Ashana naya. Apikisi shotokaya a. Shati yapokoka adata. Yetapakia tatata. Yetapokok asali koko. Shati sata. Sending that to everyone involved, all parties involved, sending everyone light and truth and love and forgiveness. Light and truth and love and forgiveness. So, feeling a lot of energy in my head, Michelle. Let us know how you're doing. I think for many of us, I know this is true. I know this is true. Not a maybe. For us that are doing this work, whatever you want to call us, light workers, or I don't necessarily think of ourselves as healers, but we're conveying, we're helping others heal themselves. We're the messengers, and we do think differently, and we're vibrating on a different level than many can understand, and it's very difficult within families. It's very, very difficult. So I totally understand what you're saying. And it's why it's so vital and important to meet with people who are the same. And thank goodness for, YouTube, Facebook, all these different outlets that we can communicate throughout the world. So it's, I'm so grateful for that. So let us know how you're doing, Michelle. I can still feel the energy still working. Yeah, for myself, it's just like all back here. And the great thing is that when you're doing the energy work, not only are you helping and assisting other people heal themselves, but there's that part of you that's also healing. And that's, it's just really a bonus. So, yeah, so you made me realize that being left out in the cold was a form of being poverty stricken. Wow, isn't it true? It how much of being abandoned is related to our the energy of money. Money is energy, and with the connecting, and this is why it's so important to do this work, is it's affecting us in unfathomable ways. As to our health, relationships, all types of relationships. So definitely. So good, Michelle. You need to allow in the warmth. You're welcome. So good. And I have a sense that we will continue with this whole process. And I'm going to mention here as well. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter, I'm going to encourage you to do that. For everyone that does sign up, where you automatically get some downloads. But once I am notified that you signed up, I have a brand new audio that's been created, and I'll be sending this new audio, and it is called Wealth and Abundance, and it's working through your chakras. So yeah, so that, again, I'm just going to say, just, sign up for my newsletter at www.brendalanoff with 1f.com. And when you sign up, you automatically get, the typical freebies. Then you're on my newsletter list for more upcoming calls like this or similar. And we'll just continue on doing the work. So cool. And gee, Michelle, I'm still feeling energy in my head region. So again, how it's affecting you, it could be also for many of us here. Okay, so now so J-O, I'm not too sure who that is, and that's fine. J-O. Okay, so let's find out what's going on. So I'm just going to relay this. We'll just do one more here. So J-O said, my heart is swollen with anger, mostly so the wall is probably either exploded or just not there anymore due to my anger. I also take care of my mom, so I often put up a wall to protect myself a lot. Totally understand on that. And when I think about being left out, I think I've been left out because I'm the only one doing so many things like taking care of my mom and working full-time job and more. Wow, that's a lot. So, you're taking care of your mom, and what I'm getting for you right away is that the boundaries. And so, our boundaries are so and so important. And boundaries is a big topic in itself, because if we don't have good boundaries, and that's for all of us, and I'm still learning mine, believe me, but I definitely have improved tremendously. But when you don't have those boundaries, then everything can just go to the wayside. So I'm suggesting, do connect with me and can set up a time. It could be like a 30-minute time session, and you can find all that information for, what to, type of thing to do or to set up under my website, again, brendalanoff.com. Work with many layers. But I would suggest boundaries. So right now for today, we're going to be concentrating on these walls. And I know yours is exploded. Well, maybe that's what we look at. Your heart wall is just like proof, that you can just see this explosion. Okay, let's go with that. So your heart wall is actually that picture of like explosion. So let's do that. Let's just gonna put that's yours, no right or wrong again. So again, you let us know, as to, or you did let us know that it's also about how do you take care of your mom and putting up a, you've had to do so much, and that's difficult. You're the only one taking care of your mom, working full time, and so much more. Okay, so let's get at it, and let's just see, you know, where we need to go with that. So I'm just checking in, and let's just see here. So I'm going to be asking, what disempowering belief are you holding on to that could be related to this explosion wall that you have? So I'm just checking in right now. If you see me moving into the camera, I'm actually muscle testing. And that's one way is that, okay, so something about, I don't know what you do for, excuse me, but a living. But one thing is coming up is that I'm not a salesperson. So I don't know what you do, but this is like this belief. Well, I'm not a salesperson. And how many of us don't resonate with that? Because selling is about helping people, and we can learn how to do that in ways that increase our sales. So just like what I'm doing here today. So I'm not a salesperson. So let us know, Jo, if that even resonates for you or not. Um, because, oh dear, Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer. Okay, I'm not a salesperson. So again, let us know, and you can just type in if that makes sense. Like, I'm not a salesperson. Okay, so let's see. Um, Now I'm asking for Jennifer, and maybe where to go. So is it, yeah, okay. So I'm getting this again here. We're going to go. There's something that's happened. Oh, you work for FedEx. When I think salesman, I hear, yeah, I am. I'm just selling myself. So you work for federal government when you think of a salesman. I hear, yeah, I am. I'm just selling myself. Okay. Well, at any rate, let's just see um, what's coming up here. So it's something preconception for Jennifer, and let's just see what this is all about. This goes back before this time on Earth, and I'm just asking about what is it that we can help with Jennifer here. And it's like, okay, so what's coming up to pass on to you is that there's some phobia about this. We've got some phobias that are popping up, and a phobia. So just, of course, this obsessive compulsiveness, like you just think about it, think about it, think about it, and it really becomes an obsession, like OCD is what I'm saying, like some type of like OCD. So why is that? So what's coming up that's related to this phobia of OCD? And yeah, so a lot of it is like life is just a struggle. Life is a struggle, and it just keeps playing over and over and over again. Life is a struggle, and if that resonates with you from just what I said, yeah, type in and let me know. But life is just a struggle, so that plays over and over and over again, and you can just, it just doesn't stop. It's like this. Well, it used to be called record players, but it just goes on and on and on. So I'm asking, is there more information that we can get about this this phobia of life is just a struggle? And because we're really kind of tired of it all, aren't we? Like, we don't want to be struggling anymore. We all want to be moving to higher frequencies and higher vibrations, bringing in the money, because money is energy, but we do need it. I mean, that's the reality. We do need money, and that's the world that we're in, so that we can exist, obviously. So, but what I'm getting that's really affected you at some level is that there was this karma. And so is it a karma? I'm getting some karma that life is such a struggle. And when I check in, is that did you? I'm getting that you actually absorbed this karma. So it's actually absorbed. Interesting. So this is an um, absorbed karma. Well, anything is possible. And when I check in for you, that this was absorbed, again, preconception, and I'm getting there's some offensive energy that's related to that. So we're going down this rabbit hole of some, just have to keep track here, of some offensive energy. So we can get entities and they can affect us, and we can get them at any time. So let's just check what offensive energy is related to this. So I'm just checking in. Okay. So, okay, excuse me for yawning. I'm getting some gaslighting energy. Now, when I say that, gaslighting, you may have heard the expression. It's like a type of psychological manipulation in which a person covertly sows seeds of doubt into the mind of another. So gaslighting. Well, we've all experienced have gaslighting, and we've probably done it ourselves as well. And we're human, so it's kind of gaslighting energy. Okay, so let's ask for assistance. So now we're going to be doing this for everyone here. So if you also resonate just what I said with any gaslighting energy, offensive energy, actually, if you could just type in here in comments, and we're asking for assistance to clear out anywhere that you've absorbed it, where you're sharing this gaslighting energy, and anywhere that you've absorbed it, again, are sharing it. So take a deep breath in. And we're asking, we're commanding, it's not like we're commanding all this gaslighting energy that it be sent back to whence it came in. And calling on assistance from Creator now is to all this gaslighting energy and scanning through all times and places. Ashishipakita pakaka, Shigita pakita pakayeta pakashalia, Bakita pakasayishanaya, Abakita pakasalia kukukia, Ashikipa kieta pakayeta pakasa, She the pakita 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 pakuka, Yet pakita pakita pakaya, Yet pakita 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 kieta pakita pakya, Yet pakita 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 pakita, Yet pakita 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 pakita. Releasing all this gaslighting, offensive energy, and any all layers, hidden layers of this offensive energy. And yes, gaslighting can be like someone constantly telling you you're a saint to take care of your mom, so that they keep you in the loop. Yeah. And you're thinking, no, I'm not. You have no idea what it's like to do this. So yes. And again, Jennifer, I'm going to suggest look at to the boundaries. There's more than what we can look at here today, but I am going to strongly suggest that to look as to the boundaries. But right now, this offensive energy, and it's still clearing. And we're giving thanks and gratitude. Hmm. Whew, so a little bit calmer. So yeah, see how you're doing. See what feels right for you. And I think that's going to be all for today. Just knowing that there's so many factors that can be related to that energy of money, where we can put a wall up because money is energy, and we can block it, and it can be for so many reasons that we could never really possibly think of. Could become at some of the standard things, but just where we went today, some past life, it could be an offensive energy. So there's so many factors, and it's a matter of just like working on it and then catching it, and then knowing that you can dismantle this wall, and that we can then be in a higher frequency and vibration to attracting that energy of money. And I know this personally, so it does work. And having the awareness. So we have the awareness. So we have to give ourselves a lot of credit. We have the awareness. We know that there's lots to this, and not to get overwhelmed. There's plenty of opportunity to look into things further and to continue on this path and to learn. And actually, it's very exciting. It's very exciting. And when we look as to these walls, it gives us a measurement. And that's why I like working with walls, heart walls. It gives us a measurement because we can visualize and we can go, yes, gee whiz, I did have this wall, but I can actually see it dismantling. That's real evidence how things can change. So it's exciting work. Definitely can do this in 30-minute sessions or hour sessions, obviously, and find out what else is related to that. So thank you guys for so much for coming on today, being patient with my YouTube. And like I said, I'm learning as well, and I get stressed, and then you're doing things you wouldn't normally do. But thank you for being on here. I'm going to be posting this here in a few different groups, and we'll do this again. I think it's a very important subject. We're going through some very intense times, and we can get scattered. I mean, I do. I get scattered. I hear things on the news, and then I see people that are that are all triggered because of COVID, and you can get really just going, a little bit crazy, and then we're not getting into what we need to do, and it kind of stops us in our tracks. So again, thank you for being here today, and make sure you do sign up for my newsletter, brendalanoff.com. And when you do that, you'll get some freebies, and then you'll get notice of these upcoming different things that we're doing. And yeah, let's just support one another in our communities. And I'm going to say goodbye for now. Take care, and make sure you're drinking lots of water, because for what we would, we're working with one person, that could apply for all of us. So it could be a lot of energies moving. I'm still feeling it in the back of my head now, about right back here. So that's how I feel energy. And so we're all in this together. Thank you again, and take care. Bye for now.